Right, in this video I'm going to try and change this steering wheel. For this steering wheel, it's a CORSA D, I believe, steering wheel, VXR steering wheel. I thought this steering wheel was going to be a hell of a lot smaller, but it's exactly the same size. Same size, it's just different shape. But that's my task now. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to try and show you each step of the way of how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll learn myself while doing this. So what you're going to need is an assortment of different screwdrivers. I think I have done this in the past, but it's been a very long time. And I've found this sort of steering wheel out of my pile of stuff that goes with the tip. And what I'll show is how to do it, because it was quite difficult for me to understand on the videos what they was trying to show. In here, this is the back of that steering wheel, obviously. You need to get a screwdriver or something in there. I'll turn that around. What you need to do is that metal tab is there, pushes that way, so inwards. You can see it there. See how I'm moving it there? You have to push it right to there until that square becomes a square. And what I'm talking about is that bit there. So once that becomes square, as in that's moved all the way across, it'll pop out. You turn the steering wheel around, it'll pop out again. Sometimes I've had it in the past where I've been there screaming and shouting, yanking it, pulling it, trying to get it off. I think the best thing to do is to leave it for 20 minutes, go and have a cup of tea and try it again, because then it miraculously will come off straight away. So I'm going to try and do this now, and I'll record it if I can at the same time. I'll be amazed if this goes straight forwards. And just so people are aware, this is an Astra H. It's a van, which is the same as the Estate, which is the same as the 5-door, I believe. So we need to find where there it is. Look at that, popped out straight away. So what I did then is that I've caught, oh shit, and I've pushed it down. So that's one side off. Turn it around and do the exact same thing again. Get that in there again. Look at that, that's insane. The last time I did this, I was here for about 2 hours trying to get this off. I cannot believe that. I wouldn't advise have your engine running whilst you're doing this, because there's an airbag in here. Obviously I'm not going to disconnect that while it's running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, I'm going to disconnect the battery, and then I'm going to do the next bit. And then I'm really hoping that, I can get rid of that now, I don't want that. I'm really hoping that these 2 airbag wires go straight into my thing here, because I believe they have 2 different setups for the airbag. I don't know if it's a 1-wire airbag and a 2-wire airbag or something along those lines. I remember someone mentioning that to me ages ago, and I'm hoping these just plug straight in. They look very similar. They look very, very similar. I hope they do fit, to be honest with you, because I've wired this up. So I've got the original head unit, and I've got a subwoofer and an amplifier connected off the original head unit, and the controls still work. And I like to keep the original head unit. I think the aftermarket ones just look really naff. I'll do that next to get this off. So the next bit is you want to pull them out. And that's the airbag out. Next bit, I'm going to leave those in because they're for the airbag. I think I have to leave those in. And that's the wire for my steering wheel, which has, can't read that, I can't see that really. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires in that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires in that one, but they're in different places. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug it in and see what happens. As I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to take the steering wheel off. So I'm going to see what happens. This is a T50 that goes in there. Steering lock will probably come on. There we go. Right, cracked it loose. Right, that's a bit better with the flash on. What I did was I just put the screwdriver in there. I'll push it back in just for argument's sake. So that's back in. I literally pushed that in there and I've pulled it out. This should come out, and don't forget to line it back up with that. It looks like I've done it wrong when I've changed it in the past. So I'm going to get that out of there. Be careful with these wires. That's it. So that's out. That's my fake VXR steering wheel that came with the van. is out. Adding more pile of more Astra crap. It's the VXR steering wheel. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this feels, to be honest. It's very difficult to do one-handed. That's it. So I've got them through. And then I'm going to line them up on the spline. I think that's what that's called. Okay, so that's on. That's bang on the middle of that. Right, the next part of the problemo is that, okay, so it's blue, green, brown, and then black. And we'll look at this one. That looks very different, that does. I'm gonna have a think about that. This is where I'm at. I'm a bit confused as to why that's like that. And it's slightly different. Shout out to Master Mods, because he's put a video up on YouTube and it's helped me a bit. I think what he's saying is I've got to take the loom, not to make it sound complicated, but it's just, I believe, don't quote me on this, I'm going to take that, which clips into there, because I'm guessing they're the same clips. I'm going to take that that's going into there, and this little bit, I'm going to connect this into this steering wheel, into these clips, into these connectors here, and I'm guessing they're going to be exactly the same. So I need to go and get a Torx bit to take these out, to get them out. Because on the Corsa, I was trying to find the back of it and I was like, why hasn't it got a screw in there? And I thought, right, I'll just pull it and hope for the best. And I pulled it off. So they're just like an interference fit. I'm going to pull them off, take this loom out of here, and I'm going to replace it with this loom that's in here. Only problem that I've got is there's two plugs here and there's two plugs here. And I don't know what's what. The yellow one fit, but the purple one didn't fit. And I don't know if it's just because I put it in upside down, but I'm going to try that again because I might be completely wrong. I'm going to put the purple one into the green and the yellow into the yellow in a minute and see if it works. This plug's not going to be on it. What I'm going to do is these bits here, these I'm guessing pull out. I think they'll just pull off. I think they ground it to the horn. I'll be back once I've figured that out, and then I'll go over that again to see if it makes any more sense to me as well, because I'm a bit confused at the moment. Nearly there. This is the Corsa one. This one is off the Astra H steering wheel. And the wires seem to be in a slightly different place, which I don't really understand. Bear with me. I'm going to basically plug this one into that one. Which it all, again, I mean, it does look different. It does look different. The colour coding of the wires are thinner. We'll see what happens, won't we? We'll see what happens. I'm just going to plug that into there. I'm going to plug that other one into here, which is all different colours again. This is the horn. Now, in the video that Master Mods on YouTube has made, he has plugged them into these parts here on the top of the airbag. So I'm just going to do what he did and put the wires on there because it did work. So I'm going to put this all on and then we'll see what happens. I'm kind of stuck now. I've got everything in. I've swapped the loom from that into this. I've plugged them in. All of it's plugged in. The only thing I'm stuck on is this. I can't get that in there and it won't fit in there because I don't think it's the same or it's the right plug. This one has gone in there, but I don't know whether it needs to go in that one. I might try and swap them, but the thing is that was yellow and the one underneath was yellow, so I'm just using common sense. But what I don't want is to leave that unplugged and then the airbag explodes as soon as I put the battery on. So I'm kind of stuck for the minute. I'm going to see if I can work this out. So this works. That works. I'm not sure what that button does. I don't think that actually worked before on my car. If I put the radio on, yeah, it's turning off.
And you know, the Welsh team.
So yeah. Quick, we don't want no more than 15 seconds of that. Yeah, so that all works. This is all working, as I said before. This is the Astra loom, but my problem is that yellow one fits into that one that says number 1. The purple one doesn't fit in the one that says number 2. And now what I was about to do was I was going to foil the corner off that so it would look like that. And my theory is it will fit in there. But I just don't want to blow the airbag up because I don't really understand how you set an airbag off. I don't know how to set one off purposefully, but I also don't want to do it on accident. And then I've looked at this one. This is the original one. And see on the left, if it'll focus, it says 1 to the purple one and 2 to the yellow one. This one says number 1 on the yellow one and 2 on the green one. The yellow plug fits in number 1, but on this one it said number 2. I really don't know what to do now, because I can show you with this spare one that I had knocking around. The yellow one goes in there like that. Obviously that will clip back in there, and then this would go in there if that corner was taken off, the purple clip. If that corner was taken off, it would go in. I'm still kind of stuck, really. I'm going to see if I can ask on some forums and see if anyone says anything. I want to see if the horn works, actually. Yeah, it works. Yeah, that's fine. So the horn works. I'll do that. So one at the top, one at the bottom. I believe if you put them both on the same one, the horn will just stay on. So the next part is how not to blow my airbag up. Right. I've just asked one of the Astra groups if my bodgery is going to be safe, and one person said it's safe, so I'm going to take the risk. What I said earlier, I said I wanted to file that corner off to get the plug to fit, so I'm going to do that. See where that bevel is in the top? There's like a little groove taken out of it, so it forces you to put it in one way. I'm guessing that's to the top, and it's going to be to that. So what I'm going to do now is get my trusty old Leatherman. I'm going to use, in fact, I've got this as a spare one, so I'll do it on the one that's already plugged in. Disconnected the battery again. I'm going to file down that purple one, and I'm going to plug it into the green one, and fingers crossed I don't get a airbag blow up in the car. It's all connected. The purple wire, I've shaved it down. I've managed to plug it in. And now the last bit is to push this airbag back in. Right, that's in. Let's go and connect the battery. And then hopefully the airbag doesn't explode. Oh, it's good so far. Get the key. Ho ho. That feels pretty nice. Oh, I was about to lift the clutch if it was in third. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to give that a clean. That's it then, that's how you do it. So the airbag hasn't gone off. Yeah, the horn works. All that works. Sorted. Right, now I've just got to clean the car.